Hi guys, so this week we have the brand Wild Cinnamon, and Wild Cinnamon is a black owned brand and they specialize in greeting cards that have black people on front. How cool are these? So these are the Christmas cards that they've got. You can see, really good. They also have wrapping paper, which I think is really cool. I've never seen anything like this. They're called Wild Cinnamon. They're based in Birmingham. Big up to the Brum people, them that watch the show. They've got a new feature at the moment, actually, which is some playing cards. And these playing cards are the royalty edition. So it's got 14 great black people that have inspired the world and changed the world. So that is really cool. So you can play these with your kids and they're actually learning at the same time. How cool is that? So yeah, thank you to Wild Cinnamon. Nice cards, good quality. I like them. I think they're good. So hit them up. Again, we'll put their details in the description box. Thank you. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Zeze, obviously, and today we have a lot. I'm not supposed to say female. You know, it's politically incorrect to call a woman female. Apparently.
What? Why?
Because we're not females. We're like more than females. Because you would never say I have a male in front of me. So I would never say I've got a male in front of me. I was going to say I've got a female guest today, but I would never say I've got a male guest.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You say I have a man. No, you wouldn't say I have a man.
I probably wouldn't it's just yeah. But because I don't know women ever want to come on my show. So, well, they do. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I've had compared to men that I've had.
Yeah, you've had more men.
The ratio is mad.
Yeah.
So I've had Paige Cakey, I've had Guest Up Ladies, I've had
Miss How Fabulous.
And I've had you had you now.
Hey.
And I did have Renee, but not on this setup. It was different.
Okay,
I mean, like here, since this setup. Me and Rebecca, we're cool with each other. But I said to Rebecca when the camera came on, I was going to tell Rebecca about the one time that I will never secretly forgive you for. When you ruined our opportunity to go to Diddy's house in LA. Because Rebecca wanted to do our prestige life. And I was like, bitch, you better just get the address so we can all go and live our best life. And Rebecca was doing, no, I'm not going to ask here.
Do you know, it's the African in me. I just have too much. I'm like, I'm a premium pie.
But he had already told us
I know.
And Rebecca was like, no, like, you know.
But I feel like, you know, when guys invite you somewhere, it's like, if you're coming, you know what's happening. So I was like,
no, because there was so many people there. It was Grammys.
But we went to Drake's party. Remember? Did we? Or maybe you didn't. I thought you got that invite. I'm so sorry.
I didn't get the invite to Drake's party. We went to Diplo's party. Remember?
It was very.
So Rebecca went to Drake's party. Never told me to see that.
I had edible. I don't know if I remember Diplo.
That was a good party. We had basically about 2 years ago now. We was in LA together. We had fun. It was so much jokes. It was good. It was a good time.
They didn't allow us in a club though. Remember? You told us to come to a club and they bounced us from the door because
it's my life just getting rejected from clubs. Every day rejection.
It was a bit mad.
Okay, so thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on your new EP. Oh wait, first of all, what is the difference between EP and album?
I should know that, but I don't know that. I think an EP
is shorter.
Shorter.
Okay. And
an album is bigger.
Okay. Fair. I would assume the same.
I think an EP is like a mixtape.
Okay, so on your EP you had 6 or 7 songs, and it charted #1 on the R&B charts.
Yeah, it did.
How did that feel?
It was really good. I was asleep, and then my manager called me. I was like, oh my god, you know, like I've been trying to get through to you because you're this, and I was like,
why was you sleeping? What was you doing? Who was you with?
I was just sleeping, you know.
It's so funny because prior to this, we arranged this a couple of weeks back, but the other day we was in Clubhouse. Clubhouse is this new app that everyone basically just talks on, which is, I find a little bit weird.
It's like a WhatsApp group, but with people you may not know.
100%. I always end up in rooms with Americans talking about eating arse, and I learned a new terminology the other day. It's called a pillow girl.
What?
Pillow girl. So they was talking about women and sex and all this stuff and men, and they said, yeah, but you know, I don't fuck with pillow girls. And I was like,
pillow girl?
Basically a girl that always just has her head down in the pillow while you're boning and she never bones back. So she's just there
Oh,
all the time.
wow.
Like,
This is, you got to love Americans, man. We love them.
so anyway, we was in Clubhouse together, and we was talking. The thing was about Mobos and all of that,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
we
the
got
R&B and
onto
stuff.
the
Yeah, yeah.
R&B. So your thing is R&B.
Yes.
When I first came across you, you probably was out before that, but I came across you via Krypton Conan.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's how a lot of people came across you?
100%.
But you was out before that.
I wasn't out. No, I had dropped like a little, like, I wouldn't even call it a song. I did a cover, an Emily Sandé cover, and then obviously I just thought, let me try. Like maybe people like it, and then Krypton Conan, I did that, and that's when I would say doors started to open.
So you featured quite heavily though on Krypton Conan.
Yeah, I did 3 songs.
At that time, did you feel like this is it, mate? It's about to happen, right?
I'm not gonna lie, I thought I'd blown. You couldn't chat to me. I literally, I was like, yeah, that's it, I'm blown. That's it, I've made it, mum. But it didn't happen like that.
So what actually happened? Because I always thought that you was like signed to their record label. Was you signed to Play?
I wasn't.
Oh, okay, right. I always thought you were.
Yeah, I wasn't. Actually wasn't signed to them at all, but they were definitely helping me, pushing me through at the time.
Yeah, okay.
Like they would always like mention my names and stuff like that. But I just don't think I was prepared. So, you know, like people would have a big opportunity like that, but they'd have like an EP sitting or music, but I had nothing. So it's like this happened and then I didn't have anything to show. Like I was like, okay, well, now.
So then after that, what was the timeline? Because it was kind of like you went missing for a little while.
Like 5 years, I think 4 or 5 years.
Really, that long?
Yeah. I did like I did a song with Wretch and Devlin. You know that AR13 album?
No.
Like those guys that became Section Boys.
Oh, okay.
They did like, it was like a whole album.
Okay.
So I did like a song with Chip as well, 2 on that, and then that was it. And then I was just quiet.
Then you recently, so when did this all start happening again?
Well, I started recording my EP probably 4 or 5 years ago. Like I probably started like building my catalogue of music around that time, and then now it's just dropped, yeah.
Because obviously you had that taster of, you know, the spotlight, people knowing you. When you came back, how did you feel? Was there that anxious feeling of, are people even gonna take me in, the reception?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, because I have anxiety, so I was really like, oh my God, like, are people even gonna like the songs? Because obviously it's like a baby, isn't it? Yeah. Like, it's like, are people going to think my baby's buff? Do you get what I mean? And it sounds dumb, but like I'm not a mum, so I don't know.
So then you came back and you felt anxious, then you put the EP out, and then in the Clubhouse you were talking about, or there was some women artists you're supposed to say in there, and you was basically saying that the R&B scene in the UK, I love R&B, like R&B is my thing. But if I'm being honest with you, I don't think I've ever really connected with a UK R&B
female,
not even, you know, actually there's only one, I would say, R&B person that I connect with, and that's Angel.
Okay, yeah,
because but that could be because old school stuff that I like really
you remember,
like, and obviously his voice is like A1. So that's the only R&B person I would say I listen to Angel, I'm like, oh yes,
that one
like,
hit me.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I think right now in like the world now, like especially in the UK, I think drill is just the genre that everyone listens to. It's what the young people are listening to, and obviously they determine kind of where we're going. So I think that's what it is. But I think as well people just look to America for R&B. I don't think people look to the UK for R&B. But there's actually a lot of R&B like soul singers here as well, like Mahalia, Tiana Major 9. Like there's so many. So it's like, I just think that's one of the biggest issues. People look over there instead of looking here. How
do you like cope with that? How do you, when you put out music, is there always that expectation in your head, not in a negative way, but I'm a realistic person. Like I know what interviews are going to do really good, and I know what might not do as well. I know what people, like what you're saying, I know what people like. Is there that thought in your head like, okay, I'm going to put this out, but I know people might not receive it how I want to receive?
100%. Because it's that fear of, well, is R&B really, like, are people really rating the R&B girls right now? Or like, is it a massive genre in the UK? Are people even going to go and listen to my EP? Like, and then let's be real, I find with the UK, everyone likes drama. So if there's drama attached to it, then like you may blow, but then if there's not, like, you may not. And I think as well, we love influencers in the UK. So if you have like an influencer past, you have that big following already, which then helps you blow.
Right.
So it's like girls like me that probably like are just chilling, just want to like just making music from the beginning, no influencer, no nothing, it's a bit harder because we're literally doing the groundwork to build our following from like zero.
So in the Clubhouse interview, the forum,
Chat,
you was also saying that there's an element of the women, females in the industry not being supported
100%.
by just people in general, but then also by the males in the industry. And I agree with that. And I agree. I think that, I don't know what it is though. Do you think it's just that you feel that the men in the industry don't really respect the women? Not in a physical way or whatever. I mean, just that level of, oh, yeah, you're not supposed to do music. You do music here and there, but you're never going to be on our level.
I don't know, you know. That's actually a good, I've never really thought about it like that. But I think what it is that I think, unfortunately, for the girls, especially singers, I think we need that rapper that's going to like co-sign us to blow. That's my personal feeling. Like sometimes I feel like in the UK you need that cosign, and then it kind of pushes you to the, like then more people are more aware of you.
Knowing that, does your team then try to reach out to like bigger rappers to maybe do collaborations and that kind of stuff?
Nah, but I think we all think that it should be organic. Like I think you should. Like I think you need to want you need to want to do it.
Because I did this Channel U panel with
I saw that.
And they said the exact same thing, and they said that thing, and also I did something else. And Getz was saying, "Oh no, if you want to talk, it should be organic." And I was like, "No, like I don't agree with
people
that."
reject. Trust me, dude. Trust me.
But then it's better to try than not to try.
Yeah. I mean, look, it is better. I mean, I did Jeremiah.
Exactly, I saw that.
But I feel like Americans are more receptive to
Or
us.
is it that you know that you're never going to bump into Jeremiah, how you would maybe bump into somebody
I'm
here?
shameless. I will slide in a DM.
Oh, okay.
Like, obviously, like work-wise, I will be like, oh my God, I think you're sick. Please do a record. I don't care. I will slide in a DM.
I get the organic thing. It feels better when it's like,
like you're sick. Yeah.
But I feel like there has to be, I think it has to be almost a forceful thing.
Now, what are you going to say? Hey, can you co-sign me?
No, can you do a collaboration with me?
Like, can you feature me on a record? Yeah. But then what about if they don't like your, like, what about if they've never thought you were sick?
Well, then that's okay.
Nah, trust me, it's organic. Like, for me, when Stormzy played Tiana Major 9's song in his Insta, I was like, oh my God, this is sick. Like, it was natural. You knew he loved the music. It was like I love it. That's why I'm playing it. When it's forced and it's like, yeah, can you do this because I'm asking you to do it? It's like, and then you have to pay. Like a feature fee. Ain't nobody got it.
She's like, I get you. So go back to your earlier days. So like, how did you even get into music? Is it your upbringing, like your family? How did it happen?
So it was definitely my dad. Like he used to he always used to listen to music in Nigeria, and then obviously my sister started doing.
So what's your background? Sorry.
Ghanaian, British, born and raised in Nigeria.
That's very different.
Yeah, everyone's like, what jollof do you prefer?
Yeah,
I like long grain and basmati.
She's like, I'm politically correct. She's like, no, don't even ask me that question. I'm going to just tell you the correct.
No, but do you know what? Sometimes I like long grain and sometimes I genuinely like basmati.
I feel like the basmati has a weird taste.
What?
Yeah, it's like got this weird, it doesn't taste like, but maybe because
But Caribbeans love basmati.
Like white rice, not for jollof.
What, you like long grain jollof? It's like...
Yeah, I like long grain jollof.
Sometimes yes, sometimes it bangs, but I'm not gonna lie, basmati bangs as well.
Okay. Anyway,
but no, I think obviously my dad used to play music a lot, and then obviously, you know, Africa mum, she was like, you're not doing music. But then my sister was the rebel, she started doing music, and it started to work for her, and then I then started to do it.
So your sister is
Lolore.
And she's she's mainly does like Afrobeats.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you two sisters until not till I knew, but I mean like that wasn't. I didn't know the link was there until a couple of years ago. Do you ever feel like people compare you two?
They don't compare us, but they definitely say we look alike. Like everyone's like, oh my God, you guys look alike. Oh my God, you look alike. Right. But in terms of music, I find that because we do completely two different styles, I feel like no one compares us.
Right.
I think.
Do you ever kind of compare yourself? Do you ever think, oh, like it might, or both of you, oh, Rebecca's, that's doing really well, but my song has it. Is there that, I don't know how it is with siblings. I don't have siblings like that do the same. Yeah. I have siblings, but not that do the same thing.
Okay, yeah.
So is there that natural competitiveness between you?
I don't think so, you know. I think obviously we're sisters, so we're always like a little bit competitive, but not in a bad way where it's like, oh, she's doing better than me. I think we're mad supportive. I think if we did the same type of music,
then it would be a bit
like, yo, bro, like
I was gonna do a song like that. Yeah, I was gonna ask you for a feature.
Yeah, do you go? I mean,
why would you do
why
that?
Would you do that?
Okay,
no, but I think
enough.
now it's because we do different styles of music completely. So, and I think there's so much space, like so much room.
This is the thing, because what I got from that Clubhouse chat was that there is so much space, but everybody else kind of in the scene doesn't feel like there's so much space, if that makes sense.
I get that. Sometimes it feels like, as much as I'm always like there's so much space, sometimes it feels like they're only picking like one girl at a time. So you're like, do I have? But I feel like now there's so much sick UK, especially females, even males, like R&B singers that I'm just like, there's actually space.
Who's your top male R&B singer?
In the UK?
In the UK.
I think CENTRL.
Okay, that's the right. Okay, I know. Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know if he counts more as soul.
Right.
But he is amazing. His song April 25th.
Is it? Yeah.
It was. I cried.
I've noticed as well that on social media you've become like a lot more vocal about things, which obviously I'm for. When I see like artists talking up the things, I'm like, well, I chat a lot of shit all the time. So when I see people talking and like sharing their opinions and using their platform for their opinion or something that matters to them, I'm like,
I get scared. I actually get very scared before I share my actual opinion.
What, because of the backlash?
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes it's like I'm just meant to just do music and that's what people want from me. So sometimes before I even tweet, like sometimes I'll tweet my opinions about like music, but then I'm like, oh my God, what if I get slaughtered? I genuinely get a panic.
I think not even in the UK, just in the music scene in general, worldwide, it's all about personality now.
100%.
You can have the best voice, but if they don't really fuck with your personality, they're not trying to hear, they're not invested in you. So if anything, it's probably better to do that.
My manager's always like, talk. But then it's like, you also want to find a balance, I think, because it's like, you can either go down the Cardi route and be like, yeah, you know, this is what I do. Or you could be like, I'm going to talk, but not really talk. So it's like, I think it's about finding a good balance, I think.
What about the fellas? What's the fellas saying? Fair silence, boy. Tumbleweed. I thought he was like in some had a. Oh, is this like you shouldn't say, you can't say? Does it ruin your brand as a female singer if you do have a boyfriend?
I actually always wondered that. You tell me what you think. I feel like as a woman, I don't look at a girl in a relationship. I actually like when girls are and I'm like, yeah, goals. You might send it to the fella in your life at the time, like you see what this person is doing right now. But I think, I don't know, like they say sex sells. So if a man knows you're in a relationship or you're vocal about it, will you be as appealing? I don't know.
But
what do you think? I'm interviewing you now. How about that?
I know, right? I would say that I think for women in general, like no matter what you do, it's almost like you have a little bit more respect. People respect you more when you're in a relationship.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's like, maybe just with me, but everyone's go-to thing with me is when I share my opinion is, you don't even have a man and you need to have a child. Like that
really?
is yes, that's what they say. They'll be like, look at her child, she doesn't even have a man or a child. Like what's she doing with her life? And I'm like, rah.
That is a bit.
Or like I'm old, and I'm like, just chill out before I take your dad or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? Like at this point, I could be your stepmom or like, do you know what I mean?
The fact that would you actually say that?
Yeah, I do. One girl said, "Oh, pick me," and I said, "Behave before your dad picks me." Do you know what I mean? So I feel like there's still that stigma that women should be married and have a child.
I don't know anymore because I used to think that, but then look at City Girls. Everyone thought City Girls were out here just getting the bag, just running up the guys, and they were in relationships. I feel like now you can be in a relationship and people will you can still be appealing.
I'm glad you actually City Girls and that type of content and music. So someone that does R&B and like on your songs, you're quite, it's, they're nice loves. You're talking about relationships, saying, they're not, it's not, you have a little bit of, you should do this, you should do that, but it's not City Girls all the way to the left of, I'm a drug
your
you
man.
and take that check, bitch. Think that man get that check and leave, girl. Like, is that also why maybe you feel like R&B is not, like, they're not bothered about it? Because it's like, I love R&B because it's feel-good music. It's about love. And even if they are talking a bit of crud, it's in a nice way.
It's in a nice way, 100%.
I was listening to SWV the other day, and one of the songs, I can't even remember what it was, they were literally talking about taking someone's man.
Were they?
Yes, I can't remember what
But
song
I bet they styled it in the sweetest way. You will not even know.
Taking someone's man, she didn't need to know, I'll be there for you.
Oh, wow, girl.
And the way they made it sound was so nice.
Yeah.
And that's how R&B is for me. But do you feel like now, because of this new era of like this Megan Thee Stallions, Cardi B's, fuck men, we don't need them, blah, 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 that's...
We're definitely on crud. This generation is a cruddy generation that is like, I can take your man, get your bag. But then again, I say this, but then I get DMs by so many people saying, oh my God, just listen to your EP in the car. Like, and they're even from guys.
Right,
so it's like, I think in public, that is the music people love, but in private, R&B is still the one that everybody leans to.
Does that annoy you?
Yeah, because it's like, bro, like people will DM me like, nah, your EP was sick. Okay, can you tweet it? Can you put it out in the public? Like, like don't DM me, put it out there.
So that people know.
Yeah, like spread it. Spread the love.
So what's next for Rebecca?
Well, I've dropped the EP. Yeah. Hopefully next year I'm gonna drop another EP.
Right.
And yeah, I'm just gonna keep building. I feel like I'm just up and coming, so I need to just
grind. Do you really feel like that?
Yeah, I am. I feel like I'm literally up and coming. I haven't made it.
I know. I'm not saying, like, obviously you're still growing and stuff like that, but I don't feel like you're up and coming. I feel like you've established.
Real? No.
Yeah, you've established your place, and obviously you're not where you want to be. But I wouldn't say you're underground, because I would say I wouldn't put you as in like a underground.
No, I wouldn't say I'm underground anymore, but I would definitely say I'm still up and coming.
Right. Okay.
I would say yeah. Like, especially this year, like I'm so inspired. Like, there's literally so many people that. I'm not gonna lie, I never thought about winning a Grammy. And then I saw Mahalia and Tiana Major get nominated, and I was like, you know what? I can do this. Next year, that's me. So it's like, I feel like now these girls have opened up the platform for all of us to actually think we can do this as well. So there's space. It's good. I think R&B will do well in 2021.
I hope so, because R&B is my genre. That's what I like, and I enjoyed the. It's not really I was gonna say it is a collab with all the ladies.
The All Me Part 2,
that was sick.
That was nice. And it was old school. You liked it because of the sample.
It was old school, and it was sort of just like, and you was all there in your bright colours in the car.
And we were talking crud. That was the nice thing. It was actually a song about sex.
Yeah,
put it all on me.
Yeah.
Literally.
Have you got any questions for me?
Yeah.
Go on.
Why are you looking at me like that?
He's like, yeah. Have you got questions for me?
Yeah, I don't know. So, like the cups.
I know, we got cups, guys. It says Zeze.
I'm helping you with your brand. I'm like branding.
I know, right? It matches what you're
wearing. Yeah, mellow yellow.
Mellow yellow. It's yours, look. Andy, I hope you're getting a good picture of this. Zoom in right now of this brilliant product placement.
Do you like R&B girls in the UK?
Like I was saying earlier, I've always kind of looked to America for R&B, but I am now like trying to make an active effort to listen to, like, because I've always known about you. I've always listened to your songs and whatever. I enjoyed you on, like, the songs that you were on in Krypton Conan's album are the songs that I enjoyed the most, because I really like your tonality. Like, I like the tonality of your voice. I think it's unique. So now I am making, like, people like Ling Hustle, like I listen to them because it's like, okay, this is good. But I think, like you said, we've always for years just looked to America
100%.
for, especially now the rap scene over here. You know, you don't really look to America sometimes. But I couldn't tell you what Lil Baby's new song is.
Yeah,
but I could probably tell you what a lot of our new stuff is.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get what I mean? So, but again, I think the R&B, like you said, I agree. I think I feel like more rappers should have more female R&B singers on the hook.
But look at Heady One. What he did was sick with Mahalia. He put her on, and it was like a nice love song, and it was nice. Do you know, it made me even listen to drill differently. I was like, oh my God, this is so nice.
Yeah.
Because it's you know, with drill you're always used to a certain type of content, but then to see it kind of flipped on like a love song, it was nice to see that.
One last thing I was going to say, do you feel like the women in the industry genuinely support each other?
I feel like well, I'm not gonna lie, the girls that I'm in with now, yeah, like I feel very supported. Like there's not a project, like when I dropped my EP, they all posted it, like Link put it on her main page, like Bella, it was in her story, like I felt really supported. So I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like that, but I know the rap scene is a bit like, ooh,
like a bit
it's a bit mad to be like,
maybe all the girls in R&B should just have like an R&B like
album.
beef.
What?
Like just start like,
I was like, yeah, but
you don't even know me. How you gonna do me like that?
What, like a?
But I saw you the other night.
Wait, how? You couldn't even beef. Like I'm even trying to think. How would you even come for someone on an R&B beat?
But that's what I'm saying.
You'll be like, what?
Maybe that's because you said earlier already. Like things trend when there's a bit of drama behind it.
Yeah, drama or men.
Yes,
I think they either like, so unless it's like someone thief someone's man or like,
you lot could just say
or like we're talking about vagina on a song.
Yeah, be like, my vagina. Before we started, Rebecca told me that she had heard that women's vaginas can sag. And because we was talking, what were we talking about?
I don't remember.
Oh, I'll say that my pumps is tight.
Just gonna drink.
So Rebecca said that their vaginas can get saggy, and I said, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was watching a show. I think it was called Hollywood Exes. Plug in the show, like, yeah.
And that's what maybe you could.
And no, she literally said like her vagina sagged, and then she had to go and get like a vagina lift.
I don't need to do them things.
No, but if you got to like 60,
it's gonna be tight up. You get me? It's gonna be like suction. Do you get what I mean?
I just have images of your vagina in my head. At the moment, I'm so sorry. Wow.
Gosh, I hope your mum's not going to watch this. My mum, she's already written me off with this whole conversation. She knows that I talk about this stuff. How does your mum feel? Does your mum, she like certain content that you put out?
Do you know, I don't put out like mad content. Like sometimes like comfortable video, I was in like a little underwear thing and she was like, Becky, this is an abomination. Who's going to marry you now? Like she was literally looking, I literally thought, what, girl? But and literally, when I say it was nothing mad. It was literally like everything, my bits were covered. She was literally looking at me like, okay, well, so who's gonna, even my tattoos though. She always looks at me like, you're not gonna find a husband. And I'm like, because of a tattoo.
You just gotta find like a rich husband that will take care of your mum. She's like, Becky, you've done really well. I'm proud of you.
I'm so proud. Like, flying her to Dubai. She'll love it.
Everyone's in Dubai. Jesus. Gosh, I know, we're here. But I'm glad because I got to have this conversation with you. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And tell the people where they can find you, where they can listen to your EP and all of the good stuff.
Everything Rebecca Garton on everything. Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music. You can find me.
So you know what to do, guys. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. And ladies, don't forget to do your pom-pom exercises. It's very important. Okay.